Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to switch up the scenery because I have a very special guest here today. Meeka, come here. She's here to help show you guys some of my favorite products, obsessions, and recommendations. She's wearing her Urban Decay bandana, representing. Okay, can you not be a diva? Meeka, you're kind of off frame. Can you just, what, shake? You want to give me a shake? Oh, good girl. Don't be annoying, good girl. Show off that bandana. Before I jump into my product obsessions, I thought I would share some of my personal obsessions at the moment because I've noticed when others do their favorites videos, they always share like their favorite music, TV shows, movies, and things like that. So I thought it'd be a good idea so you guys can get to know me a little bit more and so I can get a little more personable with you guys. What? Because I know I don't tend to share too much about myself aside from whenever I do Q&As and things like that. So let me just share some of my current favorite obsessions. When it comes to music, if you guys were to open up my Pandora stations, I usually always have on indie electronic radio, which sounds weird. It's like, it's not techno music, but it's kind of a hard genre of music to label, but I guess it's considered indie electronic. And then the other station I listen to a lot is Jamie XX, and both of those stations have very similar music. It's like the same songs repeated over and over again. But my current favorite song is by an artist that I ran across the other day. The name of the artist is Ayokay, Ayokay, and then the name of the song is called Kings of Summer. So I'm only gonna share a little clip, maybe like 10 seconds. ¿Qué pasa? I'm only gonna share like 10 seconds because if not, YouTube will most likely flag me for copyright infringement. So let's take a little listen here. What? You don't like it?
1, 2, 3, jumping off the porch like mom's not home.
Can you give me a fist pump? Okay, I think Meeka hates me, but you guys get the point. Love this song, love this artist. And then in terms of TV shows, you guys, I am obsessed with Bates Motel, which totally doesn't seem like something I would be into. This show is kind of like the backstory to Psycho and how Norman became Psycho. It's one of those shows where the end of each episode is kind of like a cliffhanger, so you feel the need to watch the next one. So it's definitely a show that you will end up binge watching, and Rihanna is on this current season, and I heard she's amazing. So definitely go and check it out. Oh, and one more thing I can't believe I almost forgot to mention because it was at the top of my list of things to share with you guys. And that is my obsession for matcha lattes, iced matcha lattes. I'm sure you guys, again, if you follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, you already know I have an obsession for matcha lattes. You already know this because I'm drinking them all the time on Snapchat and I have photos with a matcha on my hand in like any full-length photo. Well, at least recently, I just really love iced matcha lattes and I've gotten really good at making them at home. If I don't make them at home, I get them from local coffee shops like Alfred. And you can also pick one up at Starbucks. I usually order an iced coconut milk matcha latte with an extra scoop of matcha. If you don't like the flavor of green tea, you might not like matcha lattes because matcha is a form of green tea, so it does have that green tea flavor, but I really, really love them. If you're kind of over coffee or are sick of being addicted to coffee and always crashing from it, give matcha a try. I know a lot of you guys have already tried it and have ordered one from Starbucks, even though the Starbucks one does have added sugar, so I don't really recommend it, but it does taste really good. If you guys want to just try it out, go to Starbucks. Let me know what you think. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take Meeka out really quick because she's already getting antsy. What, you gotta poop? Wanna go outside? Wanna go on a walk? I'll be right back. And we're back from Meeka's pee break. She decided to ditch me and lay on the floor, but trust me, she'll be back sooner or later. I have quite a bit of stuff here and I tried to categorize it into, you know, things that go with each other, but it might be all over the place. I'm gonna try and stick to the order in which you would apply your makeup, but there's also some hair and nail stuff in here as well. So let's just get started because it's a lot. So the first item or items I am super obsessed with are the LH Cosmetics brushes by Linda Halberg. These are, or is it Linda Halberg's? I always call her Linda Halberg's because of her Instagram handle, but it might just be Linda Halberg. Anyway, she is a phenomenal artist. You guys know I rave about her all the time, and I feel like I've been hearing a lot of other YouTubers rave about her a lot recently as well, which is much deserved. I mean, that woman does amazing things with makeup, things that I don't think I could ever do. I don't know where she gets these ideas from for her makeup because they are phenomenal. I will link her down below if you guys don't already follow her. But anyway, these are her brushes. They are phenomenal. They're incredibly soft, which is why I love them. They don't tug on the skin, so they're great for blending, especially the eyeshadow brush, which is brush number 304. You can do an entire eyeshadow look with this one brush. It's great for applying and blending. Another one that I really love for highlighting is the 306. 310 for blush and just kind of like an all-over finishing brush. The 303, which is great for packing on eyeshadow and detailed work. And then the 305, which is, I believe, a large concealer brush is what this one is for, or that's at least what I use it for. So they are stunning and just amazing tools to work with. Urban Decay recently relaunched a bunch of their skin prep products and setting sprays. They changed the packaging and I am in love with the new packaging. I think that they are so beautiful. So these are a couple of the items that I think you guys should check out from the collection that were kind of like standout products. The first one is the Quick Fix Hydro Charge Complexion Prep Priming Spray. This one is made with coconut water and I feel like it doesn't have the ingredient list on here, but I feel like it has to have a lot of glycerin. It might be like the first or second ingredient on the list because it does leave a really nice sheen on your skin, similar to Fix Plus. So even though this is a prepping spray, I do use it as a finishing spray as well if ever my makeup is looking dry and cakey or if I accidentally used too much powder. The other one is the Chill Makeup Setting Spray. This one is great if you're towards the drier side. My skin type is normal to dry, so a lot of the products I use are on the hydrating side. But the great thing about this collection is that they do cater to all skin types. They do have one called D-Slick, which is for an oily skin type. They have a spray, a primer, so I think they kind of hit every single skin type in this collection. But I love the Chill Setting Spray because it's hydrating and it really refreshes the look of my makeup and prolongs the wear of it. Mine's pretty much empty and I started using it in January because I use it a lot. And you guys know I'm not a huge fan of the really heavy silicone-based primers. I think that they can just feel like a lot on the skin and almost feel like they're clogging my pores. So I tend to avoid them unless I absolutely have to use them, like if I have a lot of texture on my skin. But Urban Decay did this one so well. This is the Optical Illusion Complexion Primer. It's smoothing. It has rosehip and argan oil. You guys know I'm a huge fan of rosehip oil, and it says pore perfecting. So this is a silicone-based primer, kind of like Professional by Benefit, but it doesn't feel as heavy on the skin. It's really fluid. You only need a tiny bit, so I only apply it to my T-zone for a really flawless finish, so I highly, highly recommend this one. Another collection that launched at the beginning of this year that I am completely obsessed with is the Tarte Athleisure collection. I have a feeling, let me double check really quick. I have a feeling this one is limited edition, which I will be really sad if it is because I would definitely replenish a lot of these items. Hold on for 1 second while I check this. Okay, so I'm looking on their website and it looks like the only items that are limited edition are the Hair Goals Dry Shampoo and Clean Queen Vegan Deodorant, which I'm also currently testing out. I have yet to try the dry shampoo, but I have been using the deodorant and I'm kind of on the fence about it. I love the way it smells and the texture, but natural deodorants just don't work for me. I feel like I always end up being stinky. But anyway, the Athleisure makeup collection looks like it is permanent. It doesn't say limited edition next to any of the products. But the three standout items for me are the Brighter Days Moisturizer, Tinted Tarte Guard, and also the Lifted Mascara. All of these are great for everyday wear, which is why I am obsessed with them. I tend to wear them on a daily basis, especially the Brighter Days Moisturizer. This is a moisturizer. It has no added color. It has a pearlescent reflect. So for those days when you're not wearing any makeup, it just makes you look absolutely flawless and like you're glowing. A lot of you guys are probably familiar with Tarte Guard, their SPF that comes in the purple bottle, but this one is tinted, so think of it just like a tinted moisturizer with an SPF 20. So again, great for daily wear because it provides you with a little bit of coverage and SPF, and I love it. I'm gonna say that after each product like I do with all of my product obsessions videos. And what I love about the Lifted Mascara is that it is a really, really, really deep shade of brown that makes your lashes look amazing without looking too overdone for those like no makeup looks. And it also is extremely long wearing. It doesn't transfer, and I have really long lower lashes, so I often will apply this to my lower lashes even though I'm using another mascara on my upper lashes. I didn't mean to group these by brand, but since that is what seems to be happening right now, I'm gonna move into Maybelline because there are 3 items that I am almost completely done with because I have been using them ever since they launched. The first one is Big Shot Mascara. Before Big Shot Mascara, my go-to drugstore mascara was Voluminous by L'Oreal. That's a classic mascara. A ton of makeup artists use that mascara in their kit. But Big Shot is so good. When I talked to the lead artist from Maybelline, she mentioned that this mascara was designed to be that sweet spot when you've been using your mascara for a while and it's not completely brand new, but it's not too old that it's dry. It's like right in the middle, and that's exactly what the texture and consistency of this mascara is. It's that sweet spot. It's what I have on my lashes right now, upper and lower, because I forgot to grab the Tarte one for my lower lashes, but really love this mascara. Such a great buy from the drugstore, as well as the Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer. I cannot stop talking about this brow gel because I am beyond obsessed with it. Even, I mentioned it before, Deepika in our collab video, she looked at my brows and she said, "What is on your brows? They look amazing." It was the Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer. Do not be intimidated or afraid of the applicator because I was at first, but once you apply the gel to your brows, it makes sense even though it looks a little funky and not like your typical brow gel brush. On my lazy days when I don't feel like filling them in with a pencil, but I still want them to look defined yet a little fuller, because I know I have pretty thick brows, but when they're not filled in, they can look a little sad. So I feel like this just kind of amps up my brows, makes them look full yet defined. I really love this formula, and I know this is meant to be a tinted brow gel, but I feel like if it came in clear, it would be an awesome clear brow gel as well. So the last Maybelline product I want to mention is the Dream Cushion Foundation, which I am shade number 30. It does have a yellow undertone. And this foundation has been giving me a super flawless finish. It almost rivals my Kogan Aqua Foundation, which you guys know that is like my holy grail ride or die foundation. I love that foundation. The only downfall is that it doesn't come in a lot of shades because it is, I believe, a Korean or Japanese brand. But this has been making me look just as flawless for less than half the cost of the Kogan foundation because that is a super pricey foundation. My one tip for this though would be to either apply it with your fingers or a brush first, because if you use a sponge, it'll soak up a majority of the product in this container, and it only comes with 0.51 ounces. So be a little frugal when using this product, but definitely recommend it if you're looking for a good drugstore foundation that is comparable to high-end foundations. Next, I want to talk about highlighters, and I feel like I've already mentioned this one before, and it's kind of like a no-brainer since I use it all the time. This is the Laura Geller Gilded Honey. Doesn't really need an explanation aside from that it is so bomb, and I saw that they recently launched a giant one of this because this one is only 0.16 ounces, and the new one is like, I don't know, it's really big, but Gilded Honey is definitely a go-to. This next highlighter kind of took me by surprise because when I first saw it, I was like, that's not gonna work for me, it's too dark. And that's the Gold is the New Black Supreme Glow Highlighter by Dose of Colors. And let me just open it up so you guys can see what I mean. When you look at it next to my skin, it looks like it would be way too dark, but it's actually the one I have on right now, and it just makes my skin look super glossy, which FYI, I'm filming with my Sony camera with the face detection on, which is why I look really smooth and like doll-like. I only have to turn it on whenever I'm doing a talky, chatty video because I move a lot. So yeah, anyway, side note. That's why I look like plastic basically. But this is the highlighter I currently have on, and you can just see it makes my skin look super glossy. It doesn't look dark at all. The formula actually reminds me a lot of the Makeup Geek highlighters, which I forgot to put that in here because it's one of my favorites as well. I'll make sure to link that down below. There's one color in particular that works really well, and it reminds me of the Dose of Colors highlighter. Very similar formula with a very glossy skin finish. And then the last highlighter I want to mention is on the high-end side, so we're gonna get fancy, a little bit fancy here. This is the Dior Skin Nude Air Luminizer in shade 001. Again, this one is gonna give your skin a very glossy effect, almost like your skin looks wet versus chunky and glittery and like an obvious highlight, especially if you spritz yourself with Fix Plus before or after. It makes your skin look even more glossy, so highly recommend this one on the high-end side. It's like my baby, I love it. Hey, guess who's back? Got her little pink paws. Her paws are so small. Next I have blushes, and the only blush that really stands out in my mind at the moment that I have been using over and over again are the Marc Jacobs Air Blushes. Is that what they're called? Air blushes. But these two specific shades are the ones I can't stop using, and I always travel with these two because I feel like they go with so many different looks. The first one is number 506 Flesh and Fantasy. This one goes with a lot of very neutral looks or very dramatic eye looks because it's so neutral. And the reason I love these blushes so much is because they are partially shimmery and partially matte, so they give you the best of both worlds. Gives you a little bit of a glow on the cheeks without having to pile on highlighter on the actual apples of the cheeks, so that's why I like these so much. The finish is just absolutely beautiful. And then the other one is shade number 508, Night Fever and Hot Stuff. This one can be a little intimidating to some because it looks really intense. This one I love because two of the places I traveled to this year were on the colder side, and whenever you step out into the cold, your cheeks and your nose naturally turn a little red. So this blush kind of creates that effect, and it just goes with more of the looks that require more of like a red or a pink lip, whereas the other color is great for more of like your nudes and your neutrals. So those two are winners for me from the Marc Jacobs blushes, even though I do use a few of the other ones, but these are definitely blushes that I can't seem to put down at the moment. The last category in makeup that I want to talk about are some lip products that I really love. I'm going to go through this really quickly because I don't think they need much explain. Really? Two liquid lipstick formulas I have really been loving are number one, the ColourPop Ultra Satin lipsticks. These to me are really comfortable to wear. They make your lips look really cushiony and plump. They don't make them look dry and cracked. I used one of these in my most recent makeup tutorial, so if you guys want to check that out, just click the little eye over here in this little corner. And the other liquid lipstick formula I have really been loving are the ones from Jouer, the lip creams. They smell delicious, like caramel goodness, so good. And the color I can't stop wearing is Noisette. It's a French word, probably butchered it. You guys see me wear this one all the time, but their formula is amazing. It doesn't flake off throughout the day. It tends to disappear really nicely, and they're really easy to reapply over existing colors. Same thing with the Ultra Satin Lip from ColourPop, which is why I love these two formulas a lot. Okay, so now I just have a few hair and nail products I want to share with you guys. Starting off with nails, because I've been wearing the same nail color for like 2 months now because I had been wearing gels for a long time and it really messed up my nails. I mean, they were ultra thin, you guys. They wouldn't stop breaking. They felt like paper. They just looked so bad. So I stopped doing gels, and all I've been wearing is this Orly Breathable Treatment Plus Color Nail Polish in this exact color. It's called Nourishing Nude. And my tip to making your nails look awesome when they're looking a little crusty is to use a sheer nail polish, because they almost disguise any roughness on the nails, any discoloration, especially like a light nude like this one. You can kind of see it from far away, but I'll hold my hand up closer to the camera so you guys can see. But it just makes your nails look like they've been manicured when they're not. The other nail polish I want to mention is one that I think I've been using for like 10 years. I think I discovered it back in high school, so probably even longer than that. How long has it been since I was in high school? I don't even know. My birthday's this month, you guys. April 22nd. I'm gonna be 28, so I don't know how long ago. Yeah, it was 10 years ago. Oh my God, I'm so old. But this nail polish is called Out the Door. I always pick it up at Sally Beauty Supply, and it seriously will dry down any nail polish in a matter of like 30 seconds to a minute. I don't know what magic is in this bottle, but if you're the kind of person that does your nails and then you always hit your hand on something and then you have to redo them, or you feel like your nails never dry, which is like how I always feel, this nail polish, Out the Door, is a lifesaver. Sally Beauty Supply. R&B by Lush is my go-to hair moisturizer or like leave-in conditioner. It smells incredible. When I first got into this product, I remember a friend came over and I had just gotten out of the shower and she was like, "Oh my God, what candle is that? It smells so good." I think I just rubbed my lipstick on the, why do I always do that? Anyway, my friend came over and she was like, "What's that candle you're burning? It smells so good." And then she realized it was my hair. So this is the giant bottle. It comes in a smaller bottle as well. And whenever I wear my hair natural and curly, this is definitely what holds my curls and makes them look nice and not dry and frizzy or crunchy. It's just a hair moisturizer, so it makes them look really hydrated and just like, I don't know, it makes your curls look really nice. But the way I use it whenever I'm wearing my hair straight like how I am today is when I'm still in the shower and my hair is soaking wet, I just take like a dime size amount and rub it into the ends of my hair, and that is it. That's my leave-in conditioner. Pretty sure all of us are familiar with dry shampoos that you spray into your roots and your scalp. Dry conditioners are meant to be sprayed on your ends. So where a dry shampoo soaks up excess oil and reduces that greasy look, dry conditioners replenish hydration and nourish your hair. So you apply this to the ends and it doesn't change your hairstyle. It doesn't dry it up like a dry shampoo. It adds shine and it just makes your hair feel really hydrated. Because if you go days without washing your hair like I do, not only do the roots feel dirty and greasy, but the ends feel extremely dry and almost like straw. So this replenishes moisture. And my favorite one is by Dry Bar. It just smells so good. So the way you use this is you just shake it up and you would just spray it on the ends. This is freshly washed hair, so I don't need it, but... And it doesn't change your hairstyle, it just makes your hair feel hydrated. Just inhale that. Moving on. One other hair product I almost forgot to mention. I don't know how this got removed from my pile, but this is the Kerastase, I'm probably saying it wrong. Okay. I'm just gonna hold it up to the camera. This is a hair mask and I used it in my hair today. It will smooth your hair out like no other. When you wash this out of your hair feels so sleek, so smooth, so hydrated, replenished. It just is an amazing hair mask and there's not very many hair masks that make me feel that way, but this one is definitely it for me. Okay, so now the last item I want to mention, and thank you guys for sticking in there. I know that this was a lot. I need to do these videos more often. I honestly didn't think I'd have that many product obsessions or favorites and things like that, but looks like I did. So this last item is this sponge by Ofra. I've been using this one over my beauty blenders in a lot of my recent tutorials, and it was one of those situations where all of my beauty blenders were dirty, so I just happened to reach for this one and fell in love with it. It has a very, very similar texture to the beauty blender, and it's hard to find dupes for the beauty blender because beauty blender is like the ultimate beauty sponge. It's the original, it's the holy grail, but this is very comparable, and it's the only difference is that to me it feels a little more smooth and it's more dense. But I don't know, I've just been hooked, really love it. I'll do a little more comparing in the description box because I don't know off the top of my head, aside from that I love using this one and it has been rivaling some of my beauty blenders. And that, boom, I'm gonna regret doing that because that sponge just rolled across the entire floor, which means I'm gonna pick it up and it's gonna be covered in Meeka's fur, which she's a brat, she ditched me. It's her birthday, so I'll excuse her, or it's her birthday week. So make sure to wish Meeka a happy birthday in the comment section. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Be my friend. Can you be a champ and be in this video? Are you camera shy? Show off that bandana, Meeka. Sweet. Say thank you, Urban Decay. And for my last obsession, I'd like to share with you guys my amazing new powder brush. Oh! Tell me about your day. How was it? What'd you do all day? We gotta take a photo for the thumbnail. Can you do the thumbnail for me at least? Okay, babe, you gotta take some photos of us. Ready, go.
Are you serious? Is it stopped recording?
No, it's still recording.